I will never forget the sound of the prince screaming in the dark. It wasn't the scream of a man. It was something broken, like a beast tearing itself apart. I grew up in a small village at the edge of the forest. Back then, people feared two things, the hunger that came with drought, and the cruelty of Prince Kulima, the only son of our king. He was young and strong, always dressed in fine clothes, always with soldiers around him. But behind his good looks, he was dangerous. His heart was cold. If he wanted your goat, he took it. If he wanted your daughter, he demanded her. If you said no, the soldiers made you pay. We didn't hate him loudly. No one dared. But every family carried stories of what he had done. Some said he beat a farmer until the man could no longer walk, just because the farmer's cart splashed mud on him. Others whispered that he forced children to fight for his amusement. To us, he was not a prince. He was a curse. Then came the year of the great drought. The rivers shrank. Our wells grew shallow. Maize fields turned to dust, and cassava dried like firewood. Children cried at night from hunger. Mothers had no milk. Even the animals grew thin, their ribs showing through their skin. The king, old and weak, told us to be patient. But his son, the prince, gave another order: all food was to be gathered into the palace. The day the soldiers came to our home, my uncle tried to hide some maize inside clay pots. But they found it. They dragged him into the village square and tied him to the old fig tree. We were forced to watch as they whipped him until he could not even scream anymore. The prince stood there smiling, as if it was entertainment. I clenched my fist that day. I wanted to run at him, to fight. But my mother held my hand so tight I thought my bones would break. "Don't," she whispered. "If you move, we all die." I did not sleep that night. None of us did. The next evening, something strange happened. An old woman came walking into the village. I had seen her before only from far away, deep in the forest. People said she had lived for so long that no one remembered when she was born. They called her the woman of the forest. She walked slowly, leaning on a staff of twisted wood. Her hair was white, her skin wrinkled, but her eyes burned like fire. Everyone went quiet when she stopped in front of the prince. Even the soldiers lowered their spears. She pointed her staff at him and said, "You have eaten from the mouths of children. You have spilled the tears of the weak. From this night forward, you will never know peace." The village gasped. No one had ever spoken to the prince like that. The prince burst out laughing. "Old witch, you dare curse me? I am above you. I am above all of you." But then, his laughter turned to coughing. I saw it happen with my own eyes. His skin darkened, turning almost black like burnt coal. His body twisted, his shoulders bending in strange angles. His mouth stretched into a grin so wide it looked painful, but he kept grinning. His teeth grew sharp, not like a man's. The prince screamed, clutching his face, his voice cracking like dry wood in fire. He ran into the night, disappearing into the forest. That scream, it was not human. It still lives inside my ears. We thought it was over. We thought he was gone. But it was only the beginning. In the weeks that followed, hunters started disappearing. First one. Then another. The third was my cousin. He went to check his traps in the forest. Only his spear was found, snapped in two. At night, people said they saw a tall figure moving between the trees. It walked like a man but too fast, too smooth. Always watching, always smiling. Some said it was the prince. Some said it was his ghost. The old woman of the forest only said one thing: he is neither dead nor alive. He is hunger itself. One night, I saw him. I was coming back from the river with 2 friends. The moon was bright, but the forest felt too quiet. No crickets, no owls, nothing. Just silence. Then I felt it, eyes on me. I turned, and there he was. Tall. Thin. His grin stretched wide, his teeth shining in the moonlight. His eyes glowed faintly, like dying embers. He didn't move, just stood there watching. My friends ran. My legs wouldn't obey me. For a moment, I thought he would take me too. But then, he tilted his head, almost curious, and stepped back into the shadows. Gone. I didn't sleep for weeks. Years have passed since then, but people still whisper. Hunters still vanish. Sometimes, at night, families wake to hear scratching outside their huts, followed by that broken scream. The forest around our village is feared. Nobody walks there after sunset. Even the bravest men say they feel watched. We tell this story to our children. Not just to scare them, but to warn them. Because the lesson is simple. Power means nothing if it crushes others. Greed can turn a man into something worse than a beast. I was there. I saw him cursed. And sometimes, when I walk too close to the trees at night, I still hear him. That broken scream.